And welcome back. My next guest is a comedian, but he has a musical name. So, how you doing, Acapella?
I'm fine.
Let's welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Once again, I'm a very big fan.
Thank
I'm
you.
happy to have you here. I think it's one of the most brilliant, spontaneous comedy acts I've seen in a long time. But it goes by the name Acapella. What's your real name, sir?
Okay, my name is Bennett Chinedu Daniel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where the Acapella come from? Because that's musical.
Yeah, it's musical. Yeah, comedy. I started doing music. I came into the entertainment industry through music,
Okay.
gospel
Performing.
music.
Okay.
Yeah, at the time, those days as young kids in the Orthodox Church, we used to have this group of young people singing with your natural voices.
Okay.
It was our easiest way to be heard, or the easiest way to have a platform. So we had an acapella group at the time called Exalters of Righteousness Acapella Band.
Okay.
Because it was
Short
gospel.
name. Okay.
Yeah, and so we had in my environment where I grew up, we had close to 30 groups like that.
Okay.
And so one of the plus we had in my own group is that I'd been funny from time, even though I wasn't a comedian. Yeah, but at interval I would do a thing or two and then make the people laugh. So it was a plus for our own group.
Okay.
So every time they invite us for a show, yeah, I come out first, entertain the audience, and then the others join me. So people mistook my name for the acapella. So when they say Exalters of Righteousness Acapella Band, so then when I come, it looks like it's my band, me acapella.
Oh, that band member couldn't have been very happy. But
so
it worked.
It took my name, right? It took my name. So when I started comedy, I left it because I like the twist.
Okay.
I just like the twist, like a comedian that bears acapella, but it wasn't planned. It just happened.
I've seen loads of Nigerian comedians, trust me, and everybody has their own. But you are so spontaneous, know, and I wonder, the spontaneity means like most people tend to come with routines, and they weave their story around a joke that can last like 3 minutes or two before they move to the next one.
Yeah.
But you do a lot of one-liners.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how in God's name? It's so difficult. And then in this age of, and I do understand at times you recycle jokes, you have to recycle jokes, but that's even harder now because of social media. You do something else. So how have you been able to deal? You seem to deal with that very well.
Because it was something I did deliberately. Yeah, when I came into the industry, we came into the industry I've been doing comedy for 17 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but I gained
professionally?
Professionally, I'd say for 11 years.
You want to collect money for 11 years, okay?
Okay, collecting money I started in 2005, so it's over 15 years.
So 15 years and a 15-year anniversary of collecting money.
But I'm just going to count from when I started climbing the big stage.
Okay.
In 2008. So when I came into the industry, it looks like it was saturated. Everything was looking the same.
So
everybody tells a story and then gets to the point, gives the punchline. Every joke was like that, but I decided to look for something that was different. I didn't want to look like every other person. So it took me a while. I started watching clips from great American comedians. Every clip I come across, there's a renowned stand-up comedian. I want to watch how they were doing it, right? So I started watching more of American stand-up comedy.
Okay.
And I saw a comedian, Eddie Griffin.
Okay.
I watched a few clips of Eddie Griffin, and I saw how he could do some one-liners, even though he tells stories as well. But he does some one-liners in between, like he just does that, and he gets a huge laugh. I'm like, oh, I like this thing. What this guy did, I think I'm going to do this, right? Because for me,
you're the only Nigerian I know that does one-liners. It's so hard. I'm thinking, and it's also like fresh all the time.
Yeah, but it's because I did it deliberately. It was a brand I wanted to be known with, right? Because for me, I don't like taking the risk of telling a story and then getting to a point. Eventually, you have hit the point and it didn't work. It becomes very obvious.
Have you ever been in that situation?
Yeah,
in the early days?
Every professional comedian has been there. So you do that. It scares me. It scares me. So to avoid it, I like to tell you a one-liner. It doesn't look like I'm telling you a joke. So even if it doesn't work, you don't even know I've told a joke. So it was like a way out for me, So I built a lot of it.
How difficult is it to be funny? Because and as a comedian, how much research do you need to do to be at the top of the game?
It's countless. I don't sleep at night. Yeah, because of my kind.
Is that a difference between a very successful? Can that be the difference between a successful comedian or not?
Yes, it can be, because everything that works for you, everything will give you as much time that you give it. Right? So, like for me, I'm a night person. I do my research at night because
we don't sleep
I like
now.
to. Yeah, I like to. My kind of comedy, I like to talk about the environment. I like to talk about what's going on, what's on the news, what's happening in America, in the UK, in Nigeria. everything that's on the news. So I do those research at night, right? And so because
you
for
apply
me,
to
for me, comedy is easier when you can relate. If I do a joke about Brexit, I'm sure if it's very funny, it's going to wow everybody that lives in the UK. And so I like to do jokes like that. So if I'm in Nigeria and there's something going on, if there's xenophobia going on and Nigerians are eating up, I like to do a joke about that because it's getting attention right now. So I want to read up on xenophobia, what's the cause of xenophobia, why are they doing xenophobia, and so I don't sound lost. And then eventually, while I'm telling you this beautiful story, I hit a punch.
Well, and you do that all the time, obviously, because I've watched you long enough to know. And I see also you have also have some conscious jokes as well. Taking a little hit at the Mr. President a few times.
Right.
You know, do you get any hits? Do you get any hit from that side?
Yeah, we do.
Do you get jobs in Abuja?
No, that's one of the risks when you do that.
Okay.
I used to.
But suddenly,
but right now I don't anymore. Yeah.
Is there a link with that?
I don't know. They are going to say there is none. So I can't say if there is, but it's been a while I went there. I'm not going to call name, but I've even had a state government send me a letter at some point saying, why are you talking about the governor like that so much? Are you being sponsored by the opposition party? And all that and all that. I'm like, no, I just do comedy. I see things the way they happen. I just tell the people the story that's on the news. I wasn't worried because I didn't fabricate any of those stories. It was what's on the news. I only bring back the news to the people and make it funny. So take me to the highest court. I'm going to say I didn't bring the news. I'll quote the place I saw the news.
Do you think Nigeria as a nation, considering where it is right now, need more people in entertainment to be doing that, using social commentary via probably music or through jokes? Do you think it's an important thing we need right now?
Yeah, I think it's the most important thing because if you ask me, I'm sorry to say, if you look at how big Nigeria is, the only thing that's working right now, 90% is entertainment. And for me, the easiest way to pass a message, if you ask me, is through humor. Humor brings the message lighter. Whether you're doing music and people come to download these songs, people vibe to these songs, and then in between it, there's a message being passed. I can remember in the days of Appetite, if you hear 1,000 songs, 999 was singing about freeing Mandela. It was the voice of the people because it's more like this one person is saying the mind of 100,000 people that can be heard. So just a song, and that song can be heard in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Cameroon, in Libya, in South Africa, and everywhere. So I think it's something that we should consciously do because we have a lot of followers who are pained, who can't express themselves. They express themselves, but nobody hears them, right? But you have a huge platform. You do it. It's out there on TV. It's out there on Twitter. It's out there on Instagram. I think we should just use our voice right now because one of my biggest fears is that a lot of the problems might not be affecting us directly. Right? You feel you are okay. Okay, it's fine. And then suddenly the man who's not okay, he gets to a point, he can't even assess that man that's making it not okay for him. You are his easiest access. So I become the danger. I become his next target. So before he gets to that point, I'm going to speak for him so that he knows I'm not one of them.
And even if they decide to kick anything off, they won't beat you on the streets of London as they've doing to some people. I won't mention names. I ask this question when comedians come as well. You know, a lot of comedians, the biggest side income for them is MCing.
Yes.
Can a good comedian make a good MC?
Yes.
Is it?
But yeah, but I don't think it's automatic.
Okay.
I don't think it's automatic. Yeah, but yes, 100%. Yeah, sure. Yeah, because if you're in a business and then you realize, let's say for instance, you sell food, and you notice that every time you sell food, people also want to drink water. Are you just going to be that stupid to say, we don't sell water, let me go and bring for you? At some point, you need to know where they get water and begin to add water to your food. And so if you're a comedian and you realize that these days, people like to pay for one and get the two.
Okay.
I'm paying for an MC. So he's the MC and he does comedy as well. So if that's what the trend is, that's where the trend is going right now.
But there are different skills to MCing as well, though.
Yeah, so you can learn.
Okay.
That's why I said it's not automatic. It's not automatic. We have professional MCs who are not comedians.
Do they like you?
So I don't know. I don't think they do because we don't spoil the market.
And you're coming with a bigger name probably as well.
Yeah, do you understand? So because these days it's all about people like to get into the hall and then as soon as they raise their head, now this guy, there's a smile, there's an automatic smile already when they see the MC. So if
that
a
works
comedian,
for you, obviously,
it works for us. So if a comedian doesn't know how to MC, in this time and age, it's best for you to learn.
Okay. Not too long ago, you kicked off your first brand, comedy brand, as in your actual show, and Acapella, My Mic and I. And more recently, you started Acapella Made in Nigeria. And they're both one-man shows. Now, I want to talk about one-man shows. That's another thing I want to talk about now.
Okay.
We in the diaspora, we got introduced to comedy, the Niger style comedy, which is, I guess, a spin-off of Night of a Thousand Laughs.
Okay.
So they bring pretty much everybody. And what I realized over time is, if I really, really want to get into a comedy, an act, it's impossible for me to get the very best of that act when they just feature as part here. Because what does my head in is when the DJ starts to, you know, tap. And I've seen one try to give you that, and you give it back to him in full measure. You know, but then you need to go because somebody needs to come in. And I get that when it's a one-man show where people come in and just see another, and the only people that I've seen do that in the UK has been Basketmouth and Bovey. They've done like one-man shows. People come in. Now, is it harder to do that?
Yeah, it is.
And do you feel at times that guests feel shortchanged if they come to those shows where there's like if I come to this show for Acapella and they only give me 5 minutes of him and they're already hurrying him, I could feel shortchanged. So do you think one-man shows are better, but is it easier to do or harder to do?
One-man shows, I know again saying it's extremely difficult to do because first off, you sell out the one-man show. There are a lot of things that makes it harder. If you do a concert that has pretty much everybody, and then you're putting on an advert, comedy show featuring this, that, and so this whole set of people have built-up fans. There's a fan for this person, there's a fan for this person. It probably makes the show sell out easier. So these person's fans are looking for them, but you are not getting the best of everybody at the end of the day. So it's just a jamboree. Yeah, but when you do a one-man show, first of all, you, as the act, need to know that you are performing for a minimum of 1 hour because it's more like people want to get enough of you. Everybody you're seeing in that hall came because they love you. And so you can't do 5 minutes. Excuse me. If you do 5 minutes, you refund my money, right? So I think it's pretty much difficult to have a 1 hour set. Yeah, because the first time I did a one-man show, it wasn't popular. I did a one-man show called Acapella, I'm Enough.
Okay.
Right, because
that was your first.
Yeah, my first one-man show. It was gospel. It was gospel. I said it wasn't
so gospel
popular.
Jokes.
Yeah.
Clean jokes.
Yeah, clean jokes. Yeah. So it was something I like to do because I get fed up of the whole jamboree thing. You come to a show, it's at the time you want to even hit. They start doing so I'm like, we need to change the narrative, right? So I started working towards building up a set that can last for 1 hour. And so when I gather these people, do I have what to tell them? And so by the grace of God, we've done 3 successful editions.
Awesome.
Right. Also, that selling at the Echo Hotel with a one-man show.
And you're doing,
of course, you know, it's no beans.
And it's 2 different ones, I believe. There's Acapella Made in Nigeria.
Yeah, Made in Nigeria.
So which one are we getting tomorrow?
Made in Nigeria.
Okay, Made in Nigeria.
Yeah, because
that's what we want for the diaspora. Exactly,
yeah. So, yeah,
and if you're watching the show, Acapella will be at the Old Stratford Town Hall tomorrow. And that's in Stratford, easy to do. And that's tomorrow's show starts from 6 p.m., goes until 11. And tickets are available on Eventbrite. Just do a search for Acapella on Eventbrite and details of the event will pop up. So this one-man show that you're doing in the UK, and also, when was your first show in the UK?
Personal show or
yeah, as in
first time I came to perform
here.
That should be some 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
And because also when you're doing a one-man show, for you to do a one-man show, because you must know that I've built up a fan base enough. Yeah. I saw one of your skits. You went to do a show. What if I go Ukraine?
You know, because just like what you rightly said, the social media has made it easier for us.
Indeed, yeah.
Right. If I go to my YouTube page, I see my videos hitting 3 million views. 2.5 million views, 1 million views, and then you go through the comment section and realize that these are Nigerians in diaspora. So,
is there a factor in picking zones as well?
Oh yeah, because sometimes they put it in their comment.
Okay, yeah.
We want you in America, we want you in London, we want you in Manchester, we want you in Liverpool. This is so good. When is this guy coming to the UK? Well, you know, when you see things like that and then you look at the ratio, you know that, okay, you have a lot of people who are also watching from outside Nigeria. And so it will be best you do yourself good to come closer to them.
And I will also use this opportunity to also mention that also in coming to the diaspora, it's also important to have very, very good networks and people you're working with. So shout out to Akilolu Jerkis of
Yeah.
Entertainment Experts.
He's a doist.
He's one of the people we're trying to kidnap as well, though. All these comedy shows is now getting, he needs to start to pay some Ishakole for us. Well, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you
we're
so
looking
much.
forward to the event tomorrow. We're going to be
Yeah,
there live.
thank
And
you
once
so
again,
much.
just as a quick reminder, it's tomorrow, Friday, the 27th of September, and it's going to be at the Old Stratford Town Hall. And that's the Acapella Made in Nigeria. Show starts at 6 o'clock. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. Do a search for Acapella or Entertainment Experts. My brother.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure.
My wife will be happy today. Awesome. We're going on a break, and when we come back, we're meeting Mr. Yagi. Long time no see. It's a pleasure to speak with him now. We're going on a break. See you soon. Okie dokie.
Online massive people play games for your people. Over Nigeria, you know, say anytime they promote show for Nigeria, something go up. Can't distract your show. When basketball they promote in show, 9 square quarter. The quarter can't distract everybody. Like say basket, no be basket, that show. For be like hospital show. When I they plan this show, I begin praying. Father, anything we go make P square settle, die. The feast settle tomorrow, no problem. Who can show next week may break. No. Because Nigeria right now, you're gonna do things, you're gonna say, hey, now wow, see package you won't mess me up. You're gonna do things, you're say you don't get liver, I get followers, they go come. Some na miracle, not be everybody will get chest. Now in the gym, some carry people for mind. Because this Nigeria over there, everybody is somehow angry for nothing. That's why you can't play unnecessary games in Nigeria. For instance, on your social media for abroad, you feed out on your page, post one riddle, people will follow you play. You do a riddle like, when I was 6 years old, my brother was half my age, now I am 55, how old is my brother? Abroad, they will give you the answer. If you try it for Nigeria, they want you. When I was 6 years old, my brother was half my age. Now I am 55. How old is my brother? Somebody go reply, that's your family problem. Want to bring your family problem in. Now someone get going page, thinking say get people for page. Now I post one riddle. He said I'm an object. When I'm inside, I'm naked. When I'm outside, I'm naked. What am I? Somebody say you are mad. So them mad people that behave like that.